So I'm having this conversation. Actually, I'm being interviewed by physician assistant or the check-in person for medical procedure. And they're asking me about my religious preferences, emergency contacts, etc. And one of the questions, again, was about religious preference. Baptist, Christian, Jewish, whatever. And when she asked me, am I Baptist or Christian, my first thought is, if I'm Baptist, am I not a Christian? And I wanted to ask her what she meant by that. But then I realized this young lady's probably just doing her job and reading from a script. And she either doesn't understand, or maybe she does understand and she's asking herself the same question that I want to ask her. So I didn't ask her. But it brought to mind some of the same things we're seeing now. The whole confusion game, the confusion factor, as I have called it, named it. And we'll start with religion. And I'm going to take 10 seconds and give credit to a good friend of mine, Big Bill, because we were having some of these same discussions and ideas earlier. So, Big Bill, thanks for the motivation. But if you look at religion and how it has been weaponized throughout history, it is exactly reminiscent of what we do today. Politics, religion, Black Lives Matter, causes. We use them to further our cause and put parameters on those that we want to manipulate. But we allow for the expansion or disintegration of barriers or parameters when it comes to us wanting to do what we want to do within the same sect. Just under Christianity, there are several sects, SECTS. So if I say I'm Baptist or Methodist or Episcopalian or Protestant, am I not a Christian? And why do I need these separations? All of this was used for control. Great Britain used it in their conquering of the world as they tried to do it. And they almost did it, as did the Romans. Okay? But they formalized, conquered nations, and made them bow down and adhere to their beliefs and faiths and protocols and religions, their God. Can you imagine Great Britain and India? Great Britain shows up and says, you will bow down to our God. Somebody in India says, which God? Because they have several according to their religion. Now, I'm taking that straight from Trevor Noah and his stand-up. So if you get a chance, check it out, watch it. It's hilarious. But the reality of it is what it is. Same thing with other countries and areas and the politics, the religion, the policing, which is what we're dealing with now. Everybody was up in arms and such a roar. We had all these answers. What changed? We haven't resolved any of the issues. Nothing changed. People just got confused. And when you're confused, whatever comes across that seems to be good or logical or beneficial now becomes your new standard. They say if you don't stand for anything, stand on your own truth. Right or wrong, believe in you. Some things we live for. So live that. Don't fall for the noid. Avoid the noid. My old Domino's fans will get that. But believe in you. Avoid the confusion factor. Know where you come from and where you're going. And be willing to adapt for your own evolution. There's a lot going around. A lot of holes to step in. A lot of holes to avoid. Stand up for you. Stand up for what is real. And don't be afraid to live out loud. Thoughts from the basement.